How's it going, Mullenites? So another day of selling off in the stock. We finished about 6% down. Wasn't the lowest point in the stock hit. We were down by about 10% at one point today. And this comes on the back of further news released by Mullen Automotive, although it's not really news at all, around the Pritchard dealership expansion. So I think like what we're seeing here, obviously there was a bit of a sugar rush short squeeze happening in the stock this week, which saw us have those two big rallies. And I think we're just giving back a lot of those gains. As a number of you have pointed out in the comments below, and we've talked about it on here quite a bit, that there really are solvency issues with Mullen Automotive. They have no money. They need to get money somehow, and if they can get the money, it's going to be painful to the value of the stock. That's straightforward. We cover that all the time. But the other thing I want to talk a little bit about is like the company has put out 4 pieces of investor related news this week, and they're basically all related to the same thing. I kind of say there's two developments there, but the rest are kind of just put all relate to the same thing. So obviously the first development was that they qualified for HVIP vouchers program in California, which is great. And then the second development being the Pritchard dealership partnership. They're kind of related because Pritchard's, they specialize in those carb HVIP vehicle sales in California. So, you know, the two are kind of connected. And the company, Mullen Automotive, has since put up 2 more pieces of news or PR related to this development as well. One of them included that Pritchard has started using a Mullen van for roadside assistance, which is, you know, kind of, you might see a Mullen van out on the roads now. One of the 500 that they've made or something. So, you know, it's interesting that like a lot of the companies that Mullen has done deals with end up buying a couple of their vehicles anyway. I kind of wonder whether it's a tokenistic thing that these companies do, but, you know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to go further on that. But the point I wanted to make is that Mullen Automotive has basically put up 4 pieces of PR as investor-related news, you know, in the 1 week, and are all related to the same sort of issue. Now, I don't want to be too negative, but they're kind of beating a bit of a dead horse. Okay, they're flogging the dead horse. I think that's the saying. And, you know, they're kind of just hitting the same story all week, which is, you know, they can talk about, but it's not really investor related news. And like anymore, it was, but it's not anymore. The bottom line is what we need to see is we need to actually see some sales come through from Pritchard's, as well as Randy Marion as well. We'd like to hear some more sales updates there. That's what they need. And just on that though, I did get an interesting comment yesterday. Someone said that they've hardly got any cash, which we know, and therefore they can't actually make any more vehicles. I never really thought about that, but that's actually is kind of true. The company needs to have access to capital to be able to fund the vehicles. Suppliers aren't going to give you materials for free. So, you know, there is a bit of an issue here. They kind of need money to free up their operations to fulfill any orders that they may still have from Randy Marion, plus whatever future ones were to come. So, you know, it really is a cash crunch. And just sort of I'm jumping around a bit here. You know, these are very unstructured videos, but back to that point about flogging the dead horse. So you might not know it, but I actually am a finance major. From years ago, I didn't follow that career path. I am a finance major. And one of the things that stood out to me when I was doing the courses on this, a lecturer told me really early on, a lot of speculative companies, they'll put out lots of sort of news stories which don't really have much bearing on, you know, the value of the stock. It's just like news headlines and developments, and it's just something that they sort of do to seem exciting and pump the speculative nature. So you never see so the fact that Mullen Automotive in their investor news put out a report from an EV newsletter as investor related news, you know, you wouldn't see like a big bank or Google putting out news like that to their investors. Okay, that's the point I'm trying to make. This is something that the speculative companies do to try and drive excitement. And Mullen's got a really long track record of doing this. And, you know, like they are speculative. We don't know where they're going. Like at this point, the signs seem down. Some people have cottoned onto that a lot faster than others. That the downward nature of the company has been coming for quite some time, but you know, that's what it is. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Share your thoughts on everything Mullen in the comments below. Love hearing from you guys. I hope you're all having a great day. I know obviously if you're long on Mullen, you're probably not, but hopefully your other stocks are performing well. Anyway, till next time everyone, may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.